Leah,
Yes.
Sean Caladine,
White Swan.
White Swan, thank you.
Yes. Yes.
Sean Caladine,
White Swan.
White Swan, thank you.
Yes. Yes. What is happening?
Seems to be over talking, but I don't know what's going on there. I think it's gone now.
Okay, let's test it now. Seems to be gone. The repeat.
Seems to be gone. It was something to do with the row over there, so I'm not sure.
Well, I also started the live stream to YouTube, so that might have been it. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Okay, I think we're almost done here. Jenna Rowe, do you want to give us an update?
We're looking pretty good, I think, here. I don't think we're at any doubles right now.
I got a Bart at the top that doesn't
Yeah.
have a name.
Give me, I'll change that right in a sec here.
He's
Okay.
not there twice, but he's missing his club.
These should be good there. Just a couple more here.
Okay, I will start with just a little bit of housekeeping, if that's okay with you, Kim, before we call it
Yep,
to
go ahead.
order, just while they finish renaming. So good evening, everyone. Welcome to the AGM. Before we get started, I'd like to go over a few items so you know how to participate in tonight's event. Webcams will not be used for attendees. This meeting's being recorded to assist in recording the meeting minutes and will not be distributed. There is a YouTube link that was set out, and hopefully it's working at this moment, that other clubs can watch, and you should be able to access it after and see that. The hand raise button will serve as your delegate card. It will be used to move and second motions. Please type any questions or concerns you have in the Q&A box. We will lower your hands after moving and seconding. Don't lower your hands yourself. Let's run a quick test and have everyone raise their hands. Looks pretty perfect. Okay. Lost my screen here. We will be utilizing polls to vote on motions. So once a motion has been moved and seconded, a poll will pop up on your screen for you to vote on. You'll make your selection and hit submit. The Q&A box will be utilized for asking questions, like I mentioned, or asking for an opportunity to speak. So we will either reply to your question in the Q&A and answer it live, or sorry, answer it right in the Q&A, or we'll answer it live. So should your issue or comment require it at any time, we can unmute you and allow you the opportunity to speak. When we unmute you, you will then have to unmute yourself. It's a security feature so that we can't just simply turn on your mic on you. So we'll try to answer all questions by the end of the meeting. There is a question portion right at the end, so we'll try and catch up with any that we haven't already addressed.
Leah, we just got one double here left. Dwayne from Border Explorers, you're in here twice still. We just need you to sign out of one of the things you're using there. Okay, go ahead. He's got his hand up, Leah. Do you want to type in the chat, Dwayne? Or is the one with your hand up the one you want?
I would go with that.
Yeah,
Okay.
delete the other one.
Okay, Lee, I don't see the live stream occurring.
Well, that was the echo. So if I turn it on, I then can't speak, is what I've learned. I will see if Cody can get it working here for me in the back end.
Okay, can you hear any echoing now? I see it says YouTube up the top.
You see YouTube here in, yeah, I know, but it's the actual stream. If somebody would
Yeah.
have to click on the link and see if it's working.
It's good, Leah. It's working.
It is working?
Yeah.
Perfect. Then let's start the meeting.
Okay, we'll call the meeting to order at 7:09 p.m. First off, my name is Kim Bishop. I am the chair of the Saskatchewan Snowmobile Association. With us tonight, we have Leah, our executive director, right there. We have Cody. She's there too somewhere. And Jennifer from the office, and also Ro from the office. We have board members Bart Hartle, Corwin Ton, Curtis Parfit, Doug Brishan, Jason Popowich, Jeremy Nodal, John Popoff, Paul Frickin, and Richard Price. Richard Dolzar and Troy Foster. I had to scroll down. I got too many board members on there tonight. Okay, first item of business, adopt agenda. Could I get somebody to please adopt the agenda? Lost Mountain Lake, Nick. Seconder Souris River. Is there any additions to the agenda? There's your poll.
Looks like you're carried.
Carried. Thank you, everyone. We will move on to approve the AGM minutes, June 21st, 2025. Could I get somebody to make a motion for that, or is that poll not done yet, or what's
I
going
don't
on
know.
there?
Cody, do you want to knock that poll down?
Is the poll down?
Nope.
Okay, it's down on my end.
I can X out of it on mine, but
Is it down on your end?
I'll share it. Should be able to
It's
see
back.
it.
We're having quite the,
Is it gone?
no.
See, it's gone on my end.
yeah, if you X out of it, but then whoever it's on says something, it comes back up.
Do you want me to try on my end just to share results?
It's down right now. Let's keep moving.
Okay. Prince Albert moves to adopt the minutes and Battleford seconds. And we'll do the same poll again for all in favor. Carried. I'm going to try something here. End poll. Let's see.
Still on my screen.
Yeah, I have to keep Xing out of it, but that's okay. Oh yeah, something I didn't print out.
Do you need your report, Kim?
I will go ahead with Leah's report, and I will print my report out, and I will do it as soon as Leah's done.
Okay, give me 1 second here to get ready. All right. I would like to commend the clubs affected by last summer's forest fires for the tremendous work they undertook to reopen much of their trail systems and rebuild damaged shelters in time for the season. Their dedication and countless volunteer hours ensured that riders could once again enjoy these areas. While significant progress has been made, recovery efforts are ongoing, and we recognize that there is still important work ahead to fully restore these trail systems. Registrations were down 11% compared to our 5-year average. This can be attributed to both the delayed start to the season and the registration fee increase that came into effect on December 10th. It's common to see a small drop in registrations during the first year following the fee increase. However, the increase from 110 to 150 will result in improved payouts to the clubs this August. To support the fee increase request, the SSA contracted Darren Banadega of Prairie Sky Strategies to assist with the government relations and development of positive relationships within the provincial government. This work proved successful, resulting in several productive meetings and the establishment of strong relationships with key MLAs and ministers. The SSA also contracted MNP to conduct a new economic impact study. This report provides valuable information that quantifies the economic contribution of snowmobiling in Saskatchewan and can be used by clubs when seeking local and regional support. The study played an important role in supporting our fee increase efforts and is available to all clubs on our website. I encourage clubs to make use of this resource when working on access and advocacy within your communities. We are currently working with SGI on the fine for operating an unregistered snowmobile. The proposed increase from 175 to 225 is progressing through the legislative process, with the goal of having it in place by spring of 2027. It is a very slow process. The SSA is also working with the Ministry of Environment to establish an easement agreement for snowmobile trails located on Crown land to help prevent the loss of trails through forestry reclamation activities. In addition, we continue to advocate for the removal of permit fees for shelters located on Crown land. The SSA raffle for the 25-26 season surpassed 100,000 in ticket sales. Thank you to all participating clubs for their efforts in making this year's raffle a success. The winning ticket was number 15197 and was sold by the Yorkton Snow Riders Club. The winner, Vern Beliski of Yorkton, was awarded a check for $20,000. The continued success of the raffle provides important support for the association and demonstrates the strength of our clubs and the commitment of our members across the province. The SSA recognition program was once again very well received, with 46 individuals recognized for their contributions to organized snowmobiling. Their efforts were highlighted during Volunteer Appreciation Week throughout features on the SSA Facebook page. We look forward to continuing this program next season and encourage everyone to watch for nominations in the fall. Finally, on behalf of the SSA, I would like to congratulate our 2026 scholarship recipients. We received 10 applications this year, and 2 outstanding students were selected by the events committee. Davin, I'm going to say this wrong, Domashavats, member of Timber Trail Snow Riders, and Gavin Palmer, member of Tri-Valley Trail Snowmobile Club. Each recipient has been awarded a $1,000 scholarship to support their post-secondary education this fall. Should either recipient's plans change for the 26-27 academic year, an alternate recipient will be selected. Lastly, I'd like to thank all volunteers and clubs for your continued commitment to organized snowmobiling in Saskatchewan. Your dedication is what makes our success possible. Thank you.
Thanks, Leah. Okay, now that I have mine printed out, because I totally forgot. Good evening, clubs and board members. I am pleased to announce that this year will be a record payout with registrations totaling $2.3 million. We saw a slow start to our season due to unusually late and warm fall. Despite this, most clubs enjoyed longer than normal season, with 88% of our provincial trail system opening at some point during the winter. At the national level, Leah and I represent the SSA at the Fall Canadian of Snowmobile Organization meetings in Ottawa. The CCSO hosted a well-attended reception for members of Parliament and staff to promote awareness of snowmobile's economic and recreational values, to advocate for increased federal support. In March, the SSA hosted the CCSO meeting in Saskatoon, which was attended by the president of the International Snowmobile Manufacturers Association. Discussions focused on national strategy, funding, opportunities, federal land access, challenges, ethanol fuel content, and ongoing incentives to advance snowmobile safety across Canada. Several delegates joined us for a ride on the Saskatoon Snowmobile Club trails, and on Sunday we were joined by Minister of Government Relations Eric Schmaltz and 30 other riders for guided rides hosted by the Lakeland Snowmobile Club. Most recently, Leah, Jeremy, Jen, and I attended the International Snowmobile Congress in Omaha, Nebraska. This event brings together snowmobile groomer manufacturers along with the state, provincial, and national associations for a week of education, networking, and strategic decisions. The International Snowmobile Council, which meets annually at ISC, continues to play an important role in strengthening advocacy efforts throughout the snowmobile industry. We are proud to have 2 Saskatchewan recipients recognized by the Canadian Council of Snowmobile Organization Excellence Awards. Gillian Hipkins of Melfort received the Brenda Welsh Outstanding Woman in Snowmobile Award, while Melvin Greening from Estevan received the Snowmobiler of the Year award. Gillian attended the ISC to accept her award in person, although Melvin had planned to attend. He was unfortunately able to at the last minute, and I accepted the award on his behalf. Once again, thank you very much for joining us tonight for the SSA AGM. Okay, we'll move on to number 6, the SSA audited financial statement, March 31st, 2026. Ro will speak on that.
Hi, everyone. I will give you a quick recap here, just showing you the agenda here. We'll do the financial statements, then the provincial festival, and then we'll get into elections. So for the SSA financial statements, this is the auditor's report. This is the same auditor we've used for many, many years. We did a study last year, and it was decided to continue on with RDS, Chartered Professional Accountants. In his opinion, basically, it says that the financial statements present fairly in all material respects the financial position of the association at March 31st. So this is a clean audit. It's generally what we always get. It's always been what we always get. If there was anything different, he would bring it attention, of course, to the board and the membership. Couple of numbers we'll just quickly highlight here. Basically, the net assets of the SSA is the $544,000. I can highlight this here. Basically, at the end of the year, that is the assets that the SSA holds. Remember, the trail fund is its own financials. We'll deal with that shortly. On the statement of operations, these are regular revenues and regular expenses. We try to keep these as similar from year to year as possible. The one change this year is that in the development programs here, this $71,000, we'll read note 8 when we get down there, but that was to make the economic impact study and the lobbying of the government that resulted in the trail fund increase to the registration fee. So the SSA as an association was willing to make a large expenditure and show this loss of $61,000 in order to get that registration fee bumped up to the $150. If anyone has any questions at any time, you can just put your hands up quick. I can always be emailed or phoned to at the office. The couple of notes that we want to just talk about here is note error. Note 8, I'll read this as I do feel it's important. So the economic impact study was commissioned and completed during the current fiscal year by MNP at a cost of $48,000. The report quantified the economic impact of snowmobiling within the province of Saskatchewan and supported the association's efforts to increase the snowmobile registration fee from $110 to $150, which took effect December 10th, 2025. Additional costs directly related to the fee increase included $37,000 15 of which was in the prior year, which was paid to Prairie Sky Enterprises for lobbying services and relationship buildings with the government of Saskatchewan. These expenditures do not increase the association's revenue, as all of the registration fee funds are directed to the trail fund and then paid out to the clubs, as you all well know. So, any questions regarding the financials? If not, Kim, I'd ask for a motion to approve the SSA financials. And an emotion, we can roll it into one, as well to appoint RDS as the auditor as per the board's recommendation.
You were muted.
Sorry, Moose Mountain and Elbow. And we'll do them both at the same, won't do them at the same time. We'll do them two separately.
Oh, it's a combined motion.
Combined, okay?
Yeah.
That's fine. Okay. Okay, launch a poll for that, please. Go ahead and answer the poll.
You said Moose Mountain and Elbow, correct?
Yes. Okay, that's carried. Thank you. We will try to get rid of the poll now because that seems to be a problem. Okay, thank you, Ro. We'll move on to the host of the 2028 Provincial Snowmobile Festival. In 2027, we will be going to Melville, and in 2028, we will be going to Prince Albert Trail Riders Incorporated for the 28th Provincial Snowmobile Festival.
Congratulations to Prince Albert.
Congratulations. Okay, we'll move on to elections. This year we have John Popoff, Zone 1 and 4 rep, Rick Dalzar, Troy Foster, and Bart Hartle up for election. It is sad, but after more than 50 years of involvement, John Popoff is stepping away from the board. His dedication and long-standing support helped shape snowmobiling for Saskatchewan for decades. And I would really like to thank John for his service as a volunteer for the past 50-some years. We're thinking 54 for sure. Thank you very much, John. You have taught me a lot, and I hope everybody else has taken a lot away from John.
Kim, sorry,
Yeah.
I just thought about it now. Does John want to say anything? You don't have to, John, but.
I just want to say that it's been a real honor and a pleasure to work with the association and to serve the clubs across the province. I'm kind of very honored to have done that. One of the reasons for my stepping aside, well, because of the length of time that I've been on, plus I've got some personal issues at home that I have to deal with that's taking up quite a bit of my time. So hopefully that'll work out all right. And in the meantime, I would really want to ask the clubs to support the nominee that we have submitted from the Saskatoon Snowmobile Club, Matt McNabb. He's been a member of our snowmobile club in Saskatoon for 6 years, and he's been on the executive for 3. And I really, really ask the clubs to throw their support behind him. Thank you very much.
Thank you, John. And John took not the thunder away, but my lines away, because the Saskatoon Snowmobile Club nominates Matt McNabb. And I will ask Matt to either put up his hand or say yes, that you will let your name stand.
I'll let my name stand.
Thank you, Matt. Okay, so we will call, is there anyone else that would like to be nominated for Zone 1 and 4 rep? You may nominate someone now.
And they must be a Zone 1 and 4 member.
Correct. Going once. Going twice. Third call. Thank you. Nominations will now cease. And Matt, you now have a commitment to a board meeting next weekend. So we'll fill you in on the details.
Sounds good. Thank you very much.
Matt, would you like to tell anybody about your background? Because you probably prepared a little something to say.
Sure. I had provided something much more long-winded, but I'll maybe keep it brief here. Born and raised in Prince Albert, I moved to Saskatoon in about 2005. Kind of grew up snowmobiling around the Prince Albert area. You know, have a love from it from a very young age. I see the opportunity that snowmobiling brings to Saskatchewan, you know, connecting communities, the social aspect, and many other things. So I'm really looking forward to working with you all and figuring out how to move forward. And yes, I have some very big shoes to fill. John is I've leaned on John a lot the last few years, and sad to see him go, but I think he probably deserves the break.
I'm pretty sure you could probably lean on him a little bit more if you have any questions. John would be
Oh,
more than willing to answer them.
oh, I plan on it.
Thank you very much, Matt.
I just want to reach out. Lakeland did put a Q&A in there to John. It's Lori says, I just want to thank and congratulate John for the awesome job he has done.
Thanks, Lori. Okay, we'll move on to the elections. Hudson Bay Trail Riders nominate Rick Dolzar. Rick, would you let your name stand?
Yes.
Thank you. Kelvington Trailblazers has nominated Bart Hartle. Bart, will you let your name stand?
Yes.
Thank you. Tri Valley Trails nominates Troy Foster. Troy, will you let your name stand?
Yes.
Thank you. Is there any others that would like to nominate anyone for a board member? Please put your hand up and make a nomination. Going once. Going twice. 3 times. Thank you very much, everyone. I'll call for nominations to cease. And the 3 that you see on your screen right now are the board members for the next, is it 3-year terms?
Yep.
Next 3 years. Okay, we have no ballots, so we don't have to request to destroy the ballots. And we will move on to the trail fund. SSA audited financial statement as of March 31st, 2026.
Give me a sec there, Kim.
Oh, wait, okay. Tri Valley has their hand up. I don't know if they accidentally put it up or if they have a question.
Okay, so this is the Saskatchewan Snowmobile Fund financial statements. You said Tri Valley? Kim? Go ahead,
their
take
hand-
us.
Their hand is up.
I gave them the permission to talk, but
Stan, did you have a question? Okay,
we can't
carry.
hear you, Stan. Stan, if you're able to type it in the Q&A box, we'll get started on the financial statements here.
Okay, go ahead, Ro.
Okay. So for the trail fund, the audited financial statements. This again is the independent auditor's report from the provincial auditor. It states in their opinion, the accompanying financial statements present fairly in all material respects the financial position of the Saskatchewan Snowmobile Fund at March 31st, 2026, and the result of its operations and cash flows for the year ended in accordance with Canadian public sector accounting principles. Again, they haven't found any issues with the SSF. They like our books. They're clean. We are a fairly simple situation for them to audit, so that's quite nice for them. I'll just touch on a couple things here. In the statement of financial position, highlights the the net assets of the $2.94 million is the main number to review, as that is the funds that the SSF holds at year end. We'll break those down in the notes in just a minute. Statement of operations. These are the same year-end values that are given to the clubs on the proposed payout to clubs provided at zone meetings. So generally that proposed trail fund payout that you get at zone meetings, and unless there's some weird scenario, those are the same figures that transfer into these actual audited financial statements. And as a reminder, these audited financial statements do go to the government and pass through the legislature and are all reviewed and looked at by, in theory, government employees. I doubt it's the ministers themselves looking at it. Again, revenues and expenses. The revenues basically this year showing the 2.5 million in actual registration fees. Just off the top of my head, that $40 increase for the registration fee added about 400 grand to this year's revenues. Expenses, again, we try to keep as similar as possible. There is a little bit of fluctuation with marketing and safety. Depends on how much groomer tracking there is, how much mapping and how much trail evaluation there is. So bigger snow year like this year, some of those safety and marketing expenses are up slightly. Longer season with more being done. The cash flow statements, they just balance the cash at the beginning of the year to the cash at the end of the year by taking accrual accounting and putting it into a cash basis. And these are the notes. So we did state in here where the permit fee was increased from $110 to $150, as the board has been working on that for many, many years, and at least it's now in writing in the government officials, and the clubs will see the benefit of those funds. We'll jump down to note 6. These notes again stay similar or basically as similar as possible from year to year. If you got any questions on them, you can always email me. So the 2.944 million breaks down into the club payout of the 2.354 million. 500 is still held for the disaster recovery program. And then we utilize $90,000 for the trail fund to operate until the registrations come back or start coming back in the fall. Does anyone have any questions on the trail fund financials themselves? No, if not, Leah had asked for a motion to adopt the trail fund audited financials as presented.
The elbow, Springside. You can launch the poll. Carried. Okay, we'll move on to status of resolutions carried at AGM June 21st, 2025. All the actions required of the resolutions were completed, and Ro has some words about insurance, as that was one of the resolutions.
Sure, so I'll just take this minute to give you a quick insurance recap. This motion was decided on the clubs to limit payouts to at least $5,000 after the deductible. So your claim amount has to be $7,500 in order to proceed with the claim. The reason this was done is to minimize $2,500 claims, $4,000, $5,000 claims that aren't a major financial burden to the clubs. The insurance policy is in place to ensure that the clubs themselves don't fail because they lose a $100,000 groomer. So just a reminder for everyone to keep that in mind. And I think everyone's did a really good job this year of getting their adjustments in. We went to emailing them directly to me independent of the Trail Fund app. That worked really well. If anyone hasn't done that yet, the deadline is June 15th. So you have about 4 days to submit any changes to your trail, to your insurance listings. That should be good. Kim, you can go on now.
Okay. Thanks, Ro. SSA resolutions. There were no SSA resolutions. Remember that they need to be advance of the meeting for any other SSA resolutions of the, that was for the zone meeting? No, that's not for the zone meetings.
No, that's Trail Fund.
Trail Fund resolutions, there
You
were
can
no.
call for nomination or for resolutions from the floor on SSA.
Okay, is there any SSA resolutions? Okay, seeing none, we'll move on to the Trail Fund resolutions. There were no resolutions from zone meetings. No new Trail Fund resolutions can be presented until the 2027 zone meetings. Okay, questions. Is there anyone that has any questions whatsoever? You can raise your hand. We will unmute you and you can ask your question.
Dean from Good Soil does have one he put in the Q&A here a little bit ago. He's interested to hear a little bit about the ethanol fuel issue that was discussed. Do you want me to touch on that or do you want to go?
I can go ahead. So in Quebec is having a tough time. They are implementing, I think it's 20% ethanol. They're trying to put in their gasoline. It is detrimental to two-stroke snowmobiles. It seems to be only an issue in Quebec. As they try to implement it here, I imagine we will be in the same boat. Right now, the people that I've talked to out of co-op upgraders and everything else, max is maybe 3 to 5% is all that we have ethanol in our fuel right now. So in Saskatchewan at this point in time, we are still safe with the ethanol in our fuel. Dale?
I was just going to finish on that. Part of what they're also doing is each province, they're polling each province to see what is in legislation for what the requirements are to advise what the ethanol level is. Because it appears most provinces do not have a requirement for them to post that at the pumps. So they're really pushing for signage on the pumps as to what the ethanol level is so that you know before filling your tank whether you should or not. So Manitoba has touched on that they do have one gas station company that is actually posting with stickers on their pump what their levels are. So that's just kind of what it is. Dale, I unmuted you if you want to unmute yourself. We can't hear you. Oh,
There you go.
How long will the trail fund stay at $150?
until we lobby for it to be increased again.
Which could be 5 years, 2 years?
It depends what it looks like. We have to have, if we wanted to push for it again in 2 years' time, we've got to have some really strong backing as to why it needs to be there. I can see it happening again in 5 years. I think if we tried in 2, we might get told to work harder on registrations.
Would be an opportunity to increase the kilometers then throughout the province?
We can request kilometers. That was discussed back at zone meetings as well. The board has reviewed that and they want to see a year of funding at the 150 to see how clubs do before they make a decision as to whether they want to request any additional kilometers.
Okay, thank you.
Dean's got another question. No, there's no progress on that whatsoever. That is a hard subject. We've tried many, many, many times.
So for everybody else that can't see his question, it is any progress on using dyed diesel for our groomers. So the answer we get back is that there's lots of other users and that they can't allow us and not the other users to have dyed diesel, as well as the administrative costs for changing that. It works out to basically when we ran the numbers based on everyone's grooming and what the fuel consumption would have been like, it's like a $30,000 difference over all of the clubs over the year. So to them, that's not worth them doing the legislative changes required. Trackers, is the trail matrix changing in the new year? That trail matrix changes for the funding year, so we would have had to make any of those changes back at zone meetings for you to approve here for it to affect this funding season coming up. So no changes are coming through. If there's any that's felt that's needed or clubs want to see a change to how something is being run, that's something that would again need to be proposed at the next zone meetings in the spring of 27. Dale has a question again.
Any update on provincial stickers versus plates?
There is work being done on having the option for people to print a decal themselves. So for legislation to be changed to say that it could be basically a license plate or a decal, SGI will not print the decal themselves. They are being encouraged by some in government to allow the option of them providing you with a file of your license plate that you could then have printed yourself by a printer for a decal to put on the side of your snowmobile instead of drilling a plate on. That's as far as we've got.
That would work.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, is there any other questions? Go ahead, Dean.
I think I have to allow him just a minute. I have to find Dean. There we go. 1 second.
Hey, there was some stuff sent out earlier in the year about some grant stuff for new groomers. We kind of applied, we never heard anything. Is that going or or we never heard anything? It's no news is bad news or?
Yeah. So when I asked you guys if you had any projects, it was, we were trying to get any federal funding that wasn't being used by the fiscal year of March 31st. We weren't successful. Manitoba was. Did they get $1 million? No.
Yeah,
I can't remember.
No,
Anyway,
not quite.
they didn't get a ton of money. They got a little bit out of what was left in their province. We didn't get any with ours. Nationally, our CCSO group is still lobbying really hard for a $55 million grant for all of Canada. They're actually making traction in it, so it's hopeful. But then the government also released that Build Canada Strong Fund. And it is built to include like trail work. It wouldn't cover groomers and capital assets at this point, but it's built to do trail work. So anybody that submitted to me that they would have potentially trail work to do, I put in a proposal to our national, like to CCSO, for them to build into their request to try and get us into that funding stream right now. So there is work being done. It's being done right now all on our national level because they are all federal grants. But they are working hard, so I'm hopeful. Dale has his hand up again. Is your hand just still up from last time, or? I think you're good, Kim.
Muted, Dale. I'm not sure.
Okay. So back to the 150 trail fee. I think it'd be in best interest if the public knew that the more people register, the trail fund grows. Also, more kilometers are added. You know, we need a carrot there for people to register besides being able to ride. So I think they need to see that there's a possibility of added kilometers and shelter development.
Yep, that's a good idea to put it that way. I mean, we do promote registration very hard. We've never put it as the register for the potential of extra kilometers. It is hard just because of different areas of the province that maybe would want to register that won't see those kilometers. But they're overall in the province, they would be there.
Okay, any other questions? Go ahead, Dean.
You're muted.
Is there still a cap on the amount of kilometers in the province, or can we add trails?
No, there is a cap. We would have to request for additional kilometers to the province. And the board has decided they want to see what this funding year looks like, a full funding year of the 150 before requesting any kilometers.
I was just wondering, they're going to be logging a bunch of the Meadow Lake Provincial Park by the looks of things, which will mean they'll be making some new roads, which.
You're not going to get Crown land. Sorry.
Well, that's all our trail is on Crown land.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right now, Crown land is really cutting down on what they're allowing. And just the drafts of the agreement that I'm seeing coming forward is there would be no new trail on Crown land. If you wanted to reroute a trail, you lose the one that you're moving on permanently.
Gotcha.
Okay, if there's no more questions, I'll move on to the announcements. There's an SSA board meeting June 20th at 8 a.m. in the Drake Room at the Atlas Hotel. Sask Snow Outdoor Leisure Show at Prairieland Park is November 6th and 7th, 2026. And Provincial Snowmobile Festival is in Melville, February 19th and 20th, 2027. I would ask for somebody to please adjourn the meeting. Lori from Lakeland, Estevan, seconded. And you just put all your hands up and we'll call that good enough for all in favor. Carried. Thank you very much, everyone, for attending tonight. And we will see you at the snow show in November. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Kim, who seconded that?
Estevan.
Thank you.